Hey athletes, how are you? One of our most difficult ranges of motion is in our overhead squat. A lot of athletes come in and have challenges getting to full depth, controlling their range of motion, and doing that overhead squat safely and consistently over a period of time. So in the video today, we're going to go over a couple of the different ranges of motion issues and some flexibility issues that can be holding you back from performing that motion optimally. When looking to correct any mobility issues, I always like to start from the ground floor up. Fix the foundational issues from the feet and work your way up towards the head and arms. With that, for our overhead squat, one of the greatest range of motion limitations we see with athletes is in their Achilles flexibility. They have good flexible calves, but the Achilles flexibility is what's lacking, allowing them to get into the depth of that squat that's needed. My favorite Achilles stretch involves using a 45-pound plate and occasionally a tension band as well. Very, very simple. What we're going to do, we all know the put your foot down and stretch them out. Calf to heel to the floor stretches here. We're stretching out the upper part of the calves. A lot of people know the lean forward ones like this, or put your toes up on the rig. We're familiar with all those. But one of the ones we miss a lot is actually down a little bit lower. We're going to get down onto the plate, keeping the foot firmly on the plate like so. My goal today is going to be to keep my weight even on the ball of my foot as well as keeping my heel down. I don't want to let my heel come up as I'm coming forward. I'm trying to drive that heel down to the floor as I'm pressing my body weight forward. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to feel the stretch very low in this Achilles tendon down here. I use the plate also because it allows me to get a little bit more leverage, pulling myself down and forward. So what's happening here is my body weight's pressing on my thigh, which is pressing my shin forward, making this angle a little bit more acute, a tighter angle. Again, don't let that heel come up. That's going to release the tension here. You want to drive that weight down into that heel, and I'm kind of trying to snow plow my body weight forward. You can do it on the rig as well too. Changes the angle just a little bit. I actually prefer keeping it down on the plate because I can use the plate to pull my body weight down into that stretch. Being that this is a very dense piece of tissue, we want to maintain the stretch for a longer period of time. Try to stay in that position for 1, maybe even 2 minutes if possible. If you'd like, also too, we can actually change this around as well and add a little bit extra stretch in by bringing the plate a little further away, taking one of our bands, wrapping it through itself as it connects to the rig. We want this to do a little bit low end, so we're going to come down low actually. Feed it through itself down here. I'm going to put my ankle in the band. You might have to go behind the tongue of your shoes, put it below the ankle bone, and now we're going to step onto that plate again, right? Adjust that band as necessary, trying to get it right on that seam where the foot and the shin start to touch each other across the ankle. And again, that same mobility from here. What the band's actually going to do is going to add a little bit of a shearing force, kind of bringing that weight back a little bit, adding a little more pressure, giving a little bit deeper stretch into that Achilles tendon. So try that. If you find yourself overhead squatting, not being able to get to depth fully, potentially maybe needing to wear lifters all the time, or finding a weird knee placement where your heels are coming up, you're getting toey, knees are drifting forward, it may very well be to a shortened Achilles tendon and lack of range of motion there that this will absolutely correct for you. Enjoy.